started
what?
streaming.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with this for the music. I didn't really think about what I was gonna do for like the last time on D&D music.
Are you doing? Oh, sync 2. I see it. I see the thing.
Yeah.
All right, now I am ready to rise some Tiamats.
Oh, Rise of Tiamat.
I thought we were trying to prevent the rise of Tiamat.
Well,
Oh,
I've been doing this completely wrong.
you have.
It's true. I hope you guys have all been saving all of your gold to help raise Tiamat at the end of this. This
What I'm here
whole
for.
adventure has been a giant GoFundMe for Tiamat.
This checks out.
I need to step up my game.
just kickstarting the end of the world.
Me switching to a gold dragonborn just means I'm getting sacrificed at the end, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That was going to happen anyways.
Okay, so last time we played D&D, you guys were in the tomb of Daedarius, and you guys were fighting the Hunt Master, the self-proclaimed Hunt Master that Grawl actually knew, from another lizard tribe. And once again, someone told him that the matriarch of matriarchs was Tiamat, and something kind of broke in his brain a little bit because that's insane. That's a crazy thing to say.
He
You
took
guys,
exception to that.
he did take exception to that, and you guys killed him with relative ease, as a team, that is. But wow, this song is loud.
It's very loud and very, very a lot.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to keep going. I figured it would. I'm gonna go back to the first part because this is all I wanted. I've never actually heard the song full way through, so
Okay, Think 2 is down here. Never mind.
we will. I'll fix that here in a second.
I have copies of Swarmkeeper magic.
But you guys found Verum the White. We're gonna go over a little bit of this because it has been a while since we've played. You guys found Verum the White, and he told you. This is kind of where we ended it. You guys were asking him like if he worked for the lizard folk or what was going on there, and he said no. They were our slaves, and that they believed that you guys had killed all the lizard folk at that other place. And then we had like a 15 to 20-minute discussion about that. About the guy that you guys stabbed and threw into the ditch. So we're not going to make you guys do a shit ton of encounters to get back to Waterdeep. We're just going to fast travel there. So anything you guys want to talk about or know before you get back to Waterdeep, which is a 6-day trip, we'll resolve that now, and then we'll jump there. We're all good?
I want to know.
Thanks.
I was gonna say I want to know how Mustache has been doing outside. Has he gotten enough sunlight? Lots of water. You see any cool birds?
He would have gotten lots of sunlight. Where did you leave him again? Outside the tomb, right?
Yeah, he is like right here.
Yeah. So you guys come on out, and he would have got lots of sunlight. I don't think any water would have come down in the time that you guys were here, but he looks fine.
Ooh. All right. I think we pretty much learned everything we needed from the guy though last session. I don't recall having.
Yeah, you guys know that. I guess one thing I didn't mention is you guys know that he believes that the cult would have sent people to kill him. And I guess I don't remember if you guys ever let up that act or not, because for a while you were pretending.
I think we told him.
I guess you did tell him because... Yeah, because he thought you guys killed the kobolds. Or the lizard folk at the other place. So you guys
Yeah.
would have told him, because you told him you killed Resmir. That's what you told him.
I think at one point it did kind of like come up that yeah, we're taking him back to Waterdeep.
Yeah. You guys are definitely taking him back to Waterdeep. So, is there anything you guys want before we get there?
I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Growl's just going to be like composing the next like angry letter back to his matriarch and his
Okay.
sister. Like what in all the hells is going on here?
Okay. So Grawl is composing a letter. He would get like 6 days to come up with this letter.
Yep, it'll be a doozy.
Oh yeah. Let me bring up the calendar here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You guys are gonna get. I'll set the date here. It's the 11th of Marpanoff now. You guys would be coming back. How do I? There we go. View journal entry. Get back from Tomb to Waterdeep. So you guys get back, and that would put us here. You guys get back to Waterdeep. And where do you guys want to take Verum?
I guess probably just to the Lord's Alliance or to that paladin guy. Was it Anthar? Kind of like our liaison to them.
Yeah. And
You know, like report to them.
and Clog, you would know where to go for that if they do want to go to Anthar, because he's your buddy.
Yeah, we can go see Antar. Follow me, and I'll lead him to Antar.
Okay. You guys head out to, we'll say he's in the council hall where you guys have been before. He's got a bit of an office set up there. And you guys approach him and he says, well, welcome back. That didn't take very long.
No, of course it didn't. We have we have Verum with us.
Did you secure the mask?
No.
I think during my report I let him know about the gathering at
The Well of Dragons?
the Will of Dragons. Yeah, and that
Okay.
Halander Hardingdale has the white mask.
Okay.
Is what I had
Right,
told in my
yeah,
report. And that
right. You put that in
Erebin
the rock.
yeah, has the red and Neravine the green.
Okay.
That also kind of makes me wonder, like, is the person on the other side of the Standing Stones ever, like, bothered by the fact that there's, like, weird static in the message? Like, just answers it and there's this weird buzzing in the background?
There's a message in there. There's got to be a message in there.
Oh yeah, no, they're perturbed, but they know who and they don't know what you are, but they know who you are. They know that you've always got that drone.
Listen here, you. I make the bee puns.
Oh. Okay. So
What a buzzkill.
That's it. I'm out.
they
Oh,
Goodbye.
bees in everyone's beds.
Anthar arranges for Verum to be taken into custody. And Ontharr asks you if you've heard any news on the Drakhorn in your travels, because you and Ontharr both know that that's the next thing that you're supposed to try to track down, but no one knows where that is.
Yeah, Buddy there, Varen the White, didn't have any information either. I think he told us he assumes the cult has it, but that was all he knew.
Yeah, he said something along the lines of he assumes that if it's being used, it's the cult summoning dragons,
Okay.
but he didn't have any specifics. And he says, well, if I were you, I would, maybe go do some research into who had that horn last or to where it is now. But if we can find out in which direction to send you, that'll be helpful. It's a famous artifact, and this is Waterdeep, so there's got to be something, right?
Someone's got to know something out there.
Barnaby kind of like holds up his hand to like elect himself, and he's like, "I will go ask the birds." That is the only place he can. That is the only place he can think of gathering information.
And he looks over at Clog, and he says, "We have some," and he kind of like puts his fingers on his nose, like birds around that we could ask. He kind of looks to see if you're picking up what he's laying down.
Out of character? No, I don't know if Clog is in character.
I'll send you a quick message, and you can decide if you know what that means.
Is this like informants kind of thing?
So, you would know that those are a thing, and I'll let you decide if it's of Clog's general standing charisma to get that.
Clog, I think Clog would understand.
Okay.
I haven't been to that part of town in a while, but we can always see if we can find anything there.
And oh crap, even I forget her name because I don't think I gave her name to you or anybody in the party. The tiefling from the meeting. Do you guys remember the tiefling?
I remember seeing her picture.
I remember, but no one ever got the name.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to grab that really quick because we are going to need that. Where did they put the picture? No.
Yeah. As long as we're like here checking in with our Lord's Alliance folks, Grawl would probably try and track down Terran Hornblade, Thunder Spells, and he'll probably check in with him because he helped fund the expedition. So Grawl wants to check in and let him know what's going on.
Barnaby too would probably.
That's right. You came with
Right.
me. Yeah, you came with me for Thunder Spells.
Oh, I was gonna say he'd probably try to find King Melindrak and like show him the awakened tree that he found in the Trollbark Forest. Or I guess that he raised in the Trollbark Forest.
Actually, I think the person that went with me to talk to Thunder Spells, I think, turned into a dragon.
I think so.
Talked to you to Thunder Spells, I think was Wasn't it Igneo? When you guys talked to the... Because didn't Oryx talk to... I forget all of the factions.
Well, I think I might have been there, yeah.
Igneo went to Thunder Spells.
Okay. I know somebody did.
Okay,
I went
there we go.
nowhere.
I
I was
found
told
her.
not to speak to anyone.
Onthar would tell you, Clog, that you should, and you would have already known her name, but you don't know that nobody else knows necessarily because you just met everybody in the party. I'm trying to find the share button now because they changed all the context menus. Sharing, here we go. Share record. You would
Tiefling.
know that her name is Ryan Nightshade. And Onthar tells you to find her because she's actually a higher up in the Zentarim who may be able to help you find this horn.
I was gonna say that's a
Alright.
totally trustworthy name, but yeah, now that totally tracks.
Where is Rian? Ryan? Rian?
Ryan.
Ryan. Would Clog know where she's located?
Omthar would tell you that the best way to get in contact with her will be to probably go to the Yawning Portal and try to find some Zents. And
Oh, we don't.
you'll
like that.
probably have to sneak into the Xanathar's lair, but like, no big
Oh.
deal.
No big deal.
Question. I don't want to do that.
That's more of a statement.
It'll be fine.
If it's sneaking you need, I can help along with sneaking.
Yeah, that would be good. I
It'll
don't
be fine.
sneak
You just
very
gotta-
well, and I hit my plate mail a couple times.
You just gotta sneak into the Xanathar's lair and talk to Ryan Nightshade.
Easy.
Yeah.
Be fine.
By the way, the Zentarim don't know that she's working with the council, so there's also that.
Yeah.
Do your best to
You
make
know.
peace. Or just don't let them know that you work with the council. But like, do your best to not make all of the Zentarim, flip out and start causing a ruckus in town. Try to handle this quietly, if you know what I mean.
I don't understand the word.
Again, I would like to point out that I buzz.
Yeah, but you got that special magic spell that makes us all sneakier. I sure will be fine.
Yeah.
We'll sneak for as long as we can sneak.
I mean, if you
Nothing
end
bad
up
can
getting into a
possibly-
fight or two, I'm sure it'll
What
be
could go wrong?
fine. But like, just don't put the city in any more danger than the end of the world is already going to cause.
I have passed through that trace at will. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
You sure do.
We're fine.
We'll handle it, Onthar.
Thanks, Clog. I knew I can always count on you. And he gives you like a big hug.
I'll hug him back. Gently, though. I'm very tall.
What did you ever do with that bag of kobold heads, Onthar?
And you see like he goes white in the face. And he even coughs a little bit and he says, they've been
Handled. And I'll put my hand
Han-
on
handled.
Onthar's shoulder and like lead him back
handled.
to his seat.
His
That's
voice
good. No, I
breaks.
was gonna
Handled.
suggest. I was gonna suggest it because like that. Those shouldn't. Yeah. No, that was a smart move. Thank you.
He whispers into Clog's ears like he said it was one room.
Do you know how many kobolds can fit in a closet?
27.
A lot.
A
That's
lot.
the current record.
That's the current record. Going for the high score. And while you guys are having this conversation, the guards come, they take Varum. He gets taken off. And Onthar says his goodbyes to Clog and the rest of the party. And some of you wanted to go see Thunder Spells. Is that what I was gleaning from that while I was looking for this picture?
Yes.
Okay. Well, luckily for you guys, Thunder Spells he pretty much lives here. He's happy to he doesn't have much else on his plate, let's put it that way.
He's a professor with tenure.
Yeah, more or less. And you're able to track him down in the main building that you guys are in. He's in his own office that you guys were in previously. And you find him and he says, "Oh, what day is it?"
It's Grell has no idea.
Barnaby would reply with like the day of the week because I'm pretty sure I get that from being a ranger.
Don't
like, as
You
for
guys
what
also know
calendar
when
is.
you left.
Where's
and-
the calendar?
So-
It's the 11th of Marbanoth still, or
Yeah.
did we come back 6 days
Yeah.
after the 11th of Marbanoth?
I've
It
already
feels more like a
advanced.
Tuesday.
It's advanced. Okay, it's a FI.
It's
What's
a
FI
10
mean?
day.
What's it mean?
Fee
First
Fee is
day?
Sunday. Fee is like your
Well, it's
Sunday.
10 day, so it'll be first, right?
Yeah.
Fee would be first,
Right, so like
Second-
Sunday,
yeah.
the start of the week.
That makes way.
but
Um,
there's more than 7 days, so
right. It's the first day of the week. It's like the second
It's a
day of the
Tuesday.
weekend. Yeah.
That's why you
This
have
is
like
the
a
equivalent of Sunday.
That's why you have like a second Sunday and a second Monday and a second Tuesday.
And second breakfast.
Yeah.
This would be-
and 11sies.
And 11sies.
No, you're going overboard now.
But the
Well,
first,
the
the
11th
11th, and the
Marbanoth.
21st, like the way that months work in D&D is
understand.
every
I
the 11th is always, whether you know the date or if you know the day of the week, there's a 33% chance you can just guess what the date is.
no,
It's
like it
always the
makes sense
first,
because
the
it's a
11th, or the
10 day, and all the
21st.
months are 30th except for
Yeah.
the ones that have holidays. So if you know the date number, you always know what day of the week it is.
Yeah. The holidays are always outside of months.
Because
So, like,
technically, 10
midwinter
days
is a
make more
holiday.
sense than a 7-day week, but
Yeah. So, yes, it's the 11th of Marpanoff. And he says,
So
"Oh,
Grell would be like, it's been about a week since we were here last.
wow. Well, actually, it's been like 12 days because you traveled there as well."
Grell just shrugs.
We took a boat.
And yeah, it was 6 days each way though, and you were there. And I think you took. Did you guys take a long rest in there?
I don't know, probably on the
we
boat.
took a couple. I honestly think it was probably like 14
I mean,
days
in the
total.
tomb.
The
In
journal.
the tomb, I mean.
I'm looking
Yeah.
at the journal entries. The first of Marpanoth says the next meeting of the Lords of Waterdeep.
Yeah.
The second of Marpanoth is when we set sail for Borskire Bridge.
1, 2, 3,
So-
4, 5, 6.
And now it's the 11th, so it's been about a week.
There you go. You guys gained a whole bunch of time. I'm not changing it.
Did we gain time because you miscounted
Great.
or because we were supposed to?
No, we don't need to know that.
Okay.
You guys were on the 6th already, and I just went ahead 6 days.
Ah,
Yeah.
I think
well,
you
she
guys.
fixed.
The hiking time was really quick on the way back.
Anyways,
Because
So,
you didn't find any encounters.
yeah, we
It's the 11th.
we accomplished the task we set out for. We
That is very fast.
We captured Varum the White and have brought him back for justice. He's been delivered to the authorities here. He did not have the mask, but we know who has it.
What a roller coaster of a story.
Now I need you to tell me where we can find the Drackhorn.
Oh, Yes.
Yeah, he means it.
Yes. Yes, yes. It's gone.
Can you tell us where it was the last known location?
Not in the last 4 years.
Whose responsibility is it to keep track of it?
It was stolen 4 years ago.
From you?
No. From
From the Lord's Alliance?
No, we didn't have it, but we knew where it was. I don't. And he like sits down and he's. It wasn't even in Waterdeep, but whoever had it lost it. And it's been missing ever since.
Very well. That's acceptable. Have you seen any other lizard folk in the last week?
And then he says, there was a guy here like a week ago.
Yes, that was me.
Oh. Then no. I brought one back to my chamber once.
Yes, that was me.
Oh, then no.
Very well.
Did I just do a ton of drugs in his free time?
Once again, sir,
Maybe.
thank you for your assistance in bankrolling the successful mission. If we are to succeed at locating the Drakhorn, I will
Wait.
keep you apprised of the situation.
I did see another lizard person. What day
When?
is it?
It's the 11th.
Right. Like yesterday.
Really? Where?
In the council hall. They were looking for. And he stops and he thinks for a second. Grail.
Do you mean Grawl?
Pretty sure it was Grail.
Very
Why,
well.
do you know Grail?
I am Grawl.
Then who's Grail?
I am also Grail.
Oh! You should go to, and he says, we'll go with the Troll Skull Manor. You should go to the Troll Skull Manor. That's where that person's staying.
Also, a trustworthy name.
Thank you very much. I will attend. I will find that person now. You've been a great help, Lord Mr. Thunderspells.
And he kind of winks at you and he's like, you remembered my name!
Yes, we do well to remember the revered elders that we run across.
Well, I feel better now.
Yes.
Here I thought the next generation was soft and stupid.
Why is he a boomer now? Like, what happened to this man?
You seen his arms?
Look at him.
But he didn't act like one for a while, and now he's showing his real colors.
Graal's going to turn to Barnaby and be like, we should leave now.
Back in my day.
Oh no, we stayed too long.
Graal's leaves.
He's still talking even after you're gone.
That's
He's turned
fine.
his back.
Important.
He's not even looking at where Grawl was. He's telling another story,
The important thing to remember was that I had an onion on my belt.
which was the style.
Which was the style of the time.
Okay. So you
Right.
guys meet up after having met your respective counselors. What would you say to each other? Half of you went to go see Thunder Spells, and half of you went to go see Onthar.
And I wandered the streets.
I think Barnaby would have stopped to talk to Malandrek.
Okay. Melandre. he's not gonna be in Waterdeep. He's gonna be out in his outside of Waterdeep. He stays in the forest with the druids, but you can get to him. He won't be in the council building though. He stays in the forest just outside Waterdeep when he's not
mean,
called
yeah,
into session.
Barnaby will make the trek out.
It's not far out. It's just he stays in the woods.
That's good.
Okay.
Only sensible person in Waterdeep.
You venture out to King Melindrak, and what would you like to say to the representative of the Emerald Enclave?
Well, I guess first he would thank him for the advice he gave earlier, about, you know, the, I guess it was like the terrain between here and Trollscar Bridge, and, you know, the advice on where to find, the best trees kind of thing.
Yep.
He show him Mustache, and, you know, because he had asked to know how it went with either the Trollbark Forest or the Serpent Hills. He would ask, you know, how is his plant garden doing that he was working on before? And also, I guess, if he might have heard anything about the movements of the horn, or the Drackhorn.
And while you're talking to him, he asks you when you're kind of telling him about Mustache and kind of where you went and where you came from, he says, and what of Varum the White?
He is in custody in the city.
No, you should have slain him where he stands. He sides with the dragons who burn the forest.
It was not my call to make.
We need to... Next time, don't hesitate. Strike true.
Understood.
And, he says, the Drackhorn, I do not know of its whereabouts. I can tell when it's being used, though. It just emanates evil around the forest. Every time a dragon is summoned. If you can find it, though, that would go a long way. There'd be less dragons.
Yeah, Barnaby will ask him when he last felt this, and if he has any, like, perception of where it might have come from. Was there any particular forest that, you know, cried out in terror and then went silent?
And, what was the first part of that again, sorry?
When was the last time he felt the Drackhorn
Right.
used?
And the last time he would have felt the Drackhorn used, would have been the last time, I believe it was during the council meeting or in and around that time where you guys noticed it too.
Okay.
That's the last time he knows. And
All right. And
I'm
has
sorry,
he
you
heard
wanted one
anything
more
through
thing?
the literal grapevine about, like, where this might have happened?
They reckon far away because they didn't hear the noise, they just felt it. So they reckon quite far.
Alright, cool. Barnaby will then thank him for his time and for the orders. And, yeah, he will take his leave and return to the party.
Okay. So
You took his
March
leave? That's mean.
March is in the street. Barnaby is making his way back into town. So Clog and Oryx went to see Onthar, and Igneo and Grawl went to see
Yes,
Thunderspells.
Technically, I went to Unthar if I talked to him about the Cobalt Head, so I guess I was there.
True. You went
So
to
I was
Onthar.
there.
So you guys all meet in the hallway except for Barnaby then. And Barnaby will come in roughly, we'll say 10 to 15 minutes after you guys meet up. If you wait there for him, or you could easily go find him. You guys meet up in the hallway of the counselor building.
How'd your meeting go?
That man makes amphibians look smart. Still, we found that the Drakhorn's been missing for roughly 4 years.
Yeah, Anthar suggested we go talk to Rianne and see if he has any information about where it could be.
And
We
for
might have to sneak into the Zentarum base.
It'll
though.
be fine.
the
Nothing can
rest
go
of the
wrong.
party, only March and Clog know who Rianne is. She was not introduced to the rest of you. So the rest of you just think you're going to find a person.
I mean, I feel like we would have said that she's a council member.
Well, yeah, because we can't let on that she's working with the council. It's all hush hush. We have to be stealth job.
Now be quiet.
Would it make more sense if not all of us went?
That doesn't sound like a good idea.
I am the epitome of discretion.
Because, like, if things go bad, I feel like if all of us aren't there, then the people that are down there are either going to get, captured or killed.
Okay.
Wouldn't it make sense to have someone who's used to breaking people out to not be there then?
No, I mean, I don't think... I really don't think that we should go different. I think that everyone should be there. This is it's a big network of people.
I agree. We should all stay together.
And then we can try to prevent capture in the first place.
Like, I could stay behind and try and bust people out afterwards, but that's just like, and then I just get captured, and then it's like, we might as well have all been together in the first place.
Before we leave town, I have to go to the Troll Skull Manor.
Well, we can go
But
there
I'm-
first.
First or second, it doesn't matter.
I mean, I feel like we can go there first. That's fine.
Yeah.
Very well.
I was going to say, I feel like some of you would know the best time to break in is at night.
Well, is that true of the Thieves Guild style place?
I mean, I feel like less people seeing you in general is a good idea when you're breaking in. The cover
Also-
of night is just dark, right?
Also, like, that's the time that most of them would be at work, isn't it?
That's true. That's more compelling of an argument.
Mm. So you guys are going to the Troll Skull Manor first, then?
Yes.
I believe so.
Okay. So you guys get to the Troll Skull Manor, and when you open the door, Goofy, but kind of think of like more like a Kingdom Hearts style Goofy, is in the Troll Skull, and he seems to be the one working behind the bar, and it's around, we'll say, like a little after noon, before dinner time, and
This takes place before
March.
Waterdeep Dragon Heist.
does it?
Yes.
Oh, then the Troll Skull doesn't exist.
But we can pretend it does.
You go to another unnamed bar. I can't loop you guys into the long lore things that didn't happen yet.
You can.
No. You guys go to
the troll
Froon's
skull is
Brews.
the troll skull is currently its old self.
Yeah, the old at this point though, I think it's closed down because it's
Yeah.
closed down for like a
Yeah.
century, right?
Yeah.
That's the problem. Is I think it's actually closed. So you guys go to Froon's Brews, which is right up the street from a place called the Troll Skull. You think Thunder Spells must have. That place was clearly abandoned when you got there.
That
He's
figures.
remembering the glory days.
Yeah, he's remembering the glory days. But right, you can see that like right across the street, there's a place called Froon's Brews, which is an inn that is open. And you guys go to Froon's Brews, which also has an inn on it. And you go inside, and there's an angry guy working behind the counter, who's just kind of like yelling profanities in Dwarvish as he's like looking up at a hole in his roof.
Excuse me, sir. I was
And
told that
he looks over at you. He says, "What do you want?"
I was told there is another lizard folk staying somewhere near here. Could you point me in
And-
the direction of them?
He points out towards the stables.
Are they harnessing their horse?
No.
Growl's eyes kind of narrow. He's like, very well.
And as you're walking away, he says, "Say what you want. I gave her a room." And you walk out to the stables, where you find the person that you spoke to last time you were in Waterdeep. I'm bringing up my note so I don't
Greliel?
picture her name. Yeah, Greliel.
Ah, sister, you made it.
And she says, "Yeah, accommodations here are less than I would typically consider suitable. I am a diplomat, but when I heard you could be back soon, I didn't want to leave just yet. I never made it back to speak to the matriarch."
I wonder if that may be to our advantage. I have very
And
distressing
before
news.
before you even get to say you have very distressing news, she blurts out, "The forest is on fire, Grawl."
Which forest? Our forest?
The forest right outside the gates of town.
Barnaby will immediately just turn and book it.
Oh,
It's-
these
No,
the
no,
forest
no,
goes-
not this town, your town.
Oh.
Barnaby wouldn't know, but
Yeah, no. Barnaby actually just runs. He's like, the forest. Root!
you take off. I will say you get outside, you don't see any smoke. And he says a dragon came and the forest is on fire. I don't know if we have a home to go back to.
I don't understand. It couldn't have been Vorik Hamanthar.
No, you said you killed him.
I did kill him.
I believe you. But shortly after you killed him, I got a very sickening feeling. And as I approached home, I saw smoke, flames. So I came back to Waterdeep.
Was there any sign of the clan or the family or anyone?
You might not believe this, but I saw the Scaly Death Tribe.
How? How? I just came from a confrontation with the Scaly Death Tribe.
I don't know.
But I mean, were they recovered? I mean, were they allied of us, or were they foe?
They weren't running away from the flames.
Oh, so stupid as always. That's good.
I think at the very least, I think they knew what was going to happen.
So
It might just be a diversion. They might just want to take over.
no, I fear it's an attack on the matriarch herself. The Scaly Death Tribe that we ran into was under orders of one that they called Tiamat, who they claimed was the matriarch of matriarchs.
And
Blasphemy that it is.
I don't know how to explain this in lizard folk, but the equivalent of like all of the blood rushes from her face and she just turns completely white, that you know of the name Tiamat because she's more learned than you. She knows what that is. And she goes, "How do you know that name?"
Yeah, she'd basically go like kind of a mottled gray.
Hmm.
How could I not know that name? It's all we've been hearing for the last damn 13, 14 days.
Tiamat, do you know who that is? Do you know what that is?
I don't. Based on the reverence and the fear of spoken, I assume a dragon or a matriarch.
The goddess of dragons. The evil goddess of chromatic dragons, to be more precise.
Oh. So if one were to have slain one of the elder chromatic dragons, she might be pissed.
Yeah. That probably wouldn't get in her good graces.
Frog's eggs.
And probably was a dragon that set the forest on fire.
You think Tiamat's the dragon that set the forest on fire?
No, definitely not. If Tiamat were back, we'd all know.
Yeah, I got the feeling that we'd all be dead.
Yeah, probably. Best case scenario, anyway.
So I don't understand this cult, this group. Why would they seek to resurrect Tiamat? You know, she would surely kill us all.
I don't know if they see it that way. They're not sane. I think they believe they'll be saved somehow.
Idiot mammals.
Whoa.
Look,
Present company.
No, he's right.
No. That's rude.
didn't you say the people you're with have aligned themselves to stop the cult of the dragons?
They have.
Specifically to hopefully stop Tiamat from coming back?
That is my understanding. Graw will turn like to the rest of the crew, who's I'm sure pretending not to listen but eagerly listening.
I just shrug.
Barnaby would probably return around this point and be like, the forest is fine.
No, Barnaby, my forest, not your forest.
Those bastards!
Yes,
Yeah,
I
I know
agree.
exactly the feeling.
No. So this crew, we do truly seek to stop the resurrection of Tiamat, correct?
That's why I'm here.
I shrug again. I don't know why I'm here most of the time, but I'm here.
I think that's something I can stand behind, yeah.
Oryx
Oh.
gives you like a glare and a sullen nod.
So yeah, Grawl will turn back to his sister and be like, yes. If any team I feel can pull it off, it is this hunt team. They're unconventional and frankly baffling at times, but I've
take
I've
offense to
hunted
that.
with I've hunted with none better.
Then I will contact the sibling tribes and see if we can push back for the time being.
Yes. Yes. Have them fall back to the mountains if it's safe. Otherwise, just have them get somewhere safe. If our forest is gone, so be it.
And she gives you a hug and stay safe, Grawl. You could actually die. For real.
I will endeavor to not die. But Tiamat must be stopped.
That is something we're both in agreement on.
Yes. He'll hug her back. Be well, Greliel. And I'll find you when we're done.
Do everything you can to save this world. Otherwise, we won't have a matriarch to go back to. And that's
Yep.
a significant statement, because
Yeah.
you would know that no matter what, whoever kills the matriarch, somebody would rise after that. So that to you is like the signal of like actual end of life, end of species, end
Yeah.
of
End of everything.
exactly.
All right. So Grawl will help her. He'll give her some money, give her some of the food that he's got. Get her ready to to get out of town, get going.
Mm-hmm.
It'll take about 5 minutes, 10 minutes or so. I'm sure she's got stuff to pack up, but after he hands stuff over, he'll turn back to the team and be like, I'm with you. Let us continue this hunt.
Okay. Clog, you would know that the best place to find some Zents is probably in and around the Yawning Portal. They usually like to stick around there to see if any adventurers come out with some cool stuff and then beat them up outside after they've finally made it back from their long journey into the Undermountain.
The Undermountain. All right. What time of day is it right now?
It's, we'll say, like sundown-ish. It's starting to get late. It's like 6 or 7 o'clock at night.
All right. I'll turn to the group, and we should make our way to the Yawning Portal. See if we can find some Zents to talk to. I'll head over that way.
Okay.
Good. While we travel there, Barnaby does want to throw out a speak with animals. I just need to see how many charges of my staff I need to spend for that. 1 charge. Any migratory birds we pass in the city, Barnaby would basically just like to ask if they have maybe heard the sound of, this great horn calling.
You find some birds. They say yes, but it was the same time frame that the other people have talked about.
Okay,
And
but
they don't know where it came from.
okay, because that was what I was hoping to find out, if they actually heard the physical sound.
They did hear the sound.
Okay, could they provide even a direction?
It came from everywhere.
Oh, that's alarming.
didn't seem to be coming from any particular direction. It was just like sound.
The sound
Okay.
was inside us all along.
Cool.
Wait.
Cool.
We're the Dracorn?
Barnaby will kind of like reach into his like robes and pull out some like like seeds of various plants that he would be sowing and growing, and he would just kind of like scatter them for the birds as payment.
Birds pick away at the seeds. Happy. You guys are able to make it to the yawning portal.
As you guys walk away, is there any chance that Grawl could try and like grab one of the birds?
Sure.
I mean, that looks like survival of the fittest to me. Barnaby has no problem with it. That's
Make
their problem.
how do you want to try to get this bird?
You just sneak up on it and grab it.
Okay, make a stealth check. Okay. You're able to get the bird.
Okay. He's gonna just stuff it right into his mouth.
You are able to do that.
Jump, jump, jump.
Make an attack roll against your face. No, you good.
Wait.
Oh no. Did you hit yourself? Okay.
Bites his own tongue.
You guys head on into the yawning portal. It's a very full place to be. This is the only picture I have of the yawning portal. Imported right now, but it'll do.
Yeah. We've seen
There's a
this one
giant
before.
hole in the center. But it is quite full. None of the people actually in this are actually here. But you do see some people going down into the Undermountain. They've paid their money to the halfling in the front, who as soon as you walk in and he says, "Welcome, adventurers. My name's Durnan, proprietor of the Yawning Portal. We're a bit full today. How big of a table are we looking for here?" As he looks up to Clog.
We've seen this fellow before, have we not? Didn't we come through here in like the last campaign and fight a troll?
Yeah, did we?
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we found. Yeah.
Yeah, we
We've
met
talked
what's
to
her name, the
Durnan
Harper lady
before.
here.
Yeah. Durnan knows
He's
us.
still gonna. Wow. Durnan sees hundreds of adventurers every day.
Does he
Fair.
see? I don't know, man.
Durnan doesn't.
I think you'd remember a
you.
man made of beeves.
I don't know.
No,
There's a lot of
he
shady
probably-
characters in this
no, I
picture
understand.
too. But yes, that did happen. You guys were here and you did fight a troll that crawled out of the yawning portal's hole. You guys did do that. Yes, that did happen. So you guys do know where it is for sure, and you've been in here before. Durnan doesn't recognize you though. Just another Wednesday for him.
That doesn't sound like something Grawl remembers.
I don't know if you were here. Grawl was
Yeah.
not here.
He was.
This
not.
was during our first trip after the cult.
And Clog wasn't here either.
Aggie might have actually
don't
been here
believe.
for this. I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Aggie might have been still around at that point.
That was a long time ago. I'm old.
It was a long time ago. I will grant you that. Yeah, what can I do for you? How big of a table are we looking for?
6 of us. And I'll take a round for all of us.
And he
That'd be a round table.
points.
No, like
would
a,
like
a
a
round of
mead.
drinks.
He points to like a couple tables over in this section of the second or third floor. He's like, somewhere up there. I'll be right over there. The spot open. You can't miss it.
I know they want a round of drinks, but can I get a square mug instead?
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
Boo.
You guys head up to a table. Shortly after, Durnan comes with a round of drinks, all in the same type of mug. Look, I've only got the one. I did check. As he puts down your drink in front of you.
Thank you. At least you tried.
And anything else?
So Grawl won't ask, but like, what is this like? Just like ale or beer? Or...
He brought ale in every mug.
Okay.
I asked for meat as Barnaby starts like wrecking up the place. Now, Barnaby would eat ale. Eat.
He would digest ale.
Yeah.
Wheat-based drinks don't really sit well with Grawl. He'd be like, someone else can have this. I'm gonna go back and ask for wine.
Okay. While you guys are there are tons of people of all different walks of life, all over the yawning portal. How long are you guys gonna stay at the yawning portal?
I mean, we could wait until an adventuring party leaves and then see if we can get the jump on the Zents who are trying to get the jump on them.
Ooh, I like that. That's a Huntmaster approved plan right there.
Okay. You guys stay there. Now, one thing I have to double check. Let's see. I forget how long it takes to actually go up and down the yawning portal. 4 hours. Wait, no, that's not right. That sounds really wrong. I don't think it ever says how long it takes to go down the elevator. We'll say that you guys stay there for about an hour or an hour and a half, sipping various whatever drinks you guys would order. And at some point, there is an adventuring party that comes up from the yawning portal. You see it's a party of 4. There's a drow with a rapier on his side. There's a dwarf in full plate armor. There's someone who looks like a spellcaster of sorts that only has a staff. And someone who looks to be maybe a monk. They're not really wearing any armor. They've got some prayer beads around their neck. And they come out from the yawning portal. And they go to the front to talk to Durnan.
I will spend a wild shape and maybe send a few bees to see if I can overhear, what's going on down there, maybe where they might be going.
Okay. You send a couple bees down. They're walking towards the front of the bar, and they lean over to the bar, and they say, "Thanks again, Durnan. We'll be back next week." And they begin to exit.
Right. I guess I'll just have the bees tail them and motion for the party. Kind of start moving and have the bees keep an eye out for anybody following this party. like the adventurers who are leaving.
Okay.
So maybe we can kind of like maneuver around behind them.
What do the bees have for perception?
What does an owl have for perception? Because that's the stat block I've been using for them.
They have a +3.
Cool. So you want me to? I'm
Roll
assuming
a
roll a d20
perception.
and add +3. That was a 15.
Okay. You guys all make it outside. And you see the party of people walking down the street.
Okay. I kind of suggest, like, staying one street removed from them, and then, we can kind of, like, jump out if somebody attacks them.
Okay. They begin walking down one of the streets of Waterdeep. You guys stay about a street behind. They begin to move closer into the center of the city, which, as you move closer to the center, becomes more and more populated. As you follow them into what appears to be some kind of a magic store. And when you get in, they begin patting themselves down and they begin to freak out a little bit.
So the bees never even saw them get, like, pickpocketed or anything?
Nope.
Shit. Alright, I guess maybe then I would have the bees fly up and look for anybody kind of going through what they've, pilfered. See if I can track that down. Like fly up over the streets.
You don't see anyone suspicious.
Well, I got nothing else then. I mean, if this was a forest, I could try and look for tracks, but
I mean, we can go back and just wait outside, hidden, I guess.
yeah.
Or they could just be inside the tavern pickpocketing them as they walk through because it's crowded, but
That could also be the case.
who knows?
Okay, so you guys are going to head back to the yawning portal? Is that the plan?
I guess so, yeah. We don't have any other
I
leads.
don't think we have any other leads. Unless there's something that I don't know about.
Oh, there's plenty you guys don't know about.
Well, I mean, like,
Don't
as
worry-
far as
don't
that I
worry
missed
about
that
it.
we were told that I...
No.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have any, like, anybody who took the Zentarim kind of faction
No.
in the party now, so we don't really have
Okay.
any way of, and no rogues for thieves' cant shenanigans.
I mean, I'm a rogue,
you-
so I can look for Thieves' Cant. Is there any Thieves' Cant anywhere? Is there any, like, Zentarum Thieves' Cant? Like, this is where we're supposed to go?
Make a perception check as you're looking around for some thieves' camp.
I didn't know you had, oh yeah, I guess you had Assassinate, yeah.
Okay. You look around and you see a series of arrows that just kind of seem to point, like one arrow points to another arrow that you saw. You seem like you're going the opposite direction of the arrows, but every time you find one, it does point to the last arrow that you found. And it's kind of weird. It's in like text, so like you can kind of see the way that they've calligraphied this text also has like an arrow pointing this way, which leads you to another sign that kind of you noticed earlier.
Guys, what if we just follow the arrows that are right here and I point at the text?
I imagine like if Barnaby looks at it, it really just looks like a bunch of like nicks in the rock or something.
You don't. Yeah, to you, this is not an arrow. You just see
Yeah.
like signage.
Yeah, like random graffiti. But I
It
mean,
goes back the way we were going.
if use is an arrow, then I say we follow it.
Sure. Just follow the arrows. No one else objects.
You follow the arrows, and you're able to follow the arrows all the way up to what looks like a warehouse. It doesn't seem to be a business. All the lights seem to be off. It seems to be filled with boxes. You can kind of see in through the window from
This
outside.
is the place. They're here. This is where the
Everything
arrows
points to this building.
lead. Right here. Okay.
And as you... I'm assuming you guys approach the building.
Yeah.
Do we want to approach quietly or just like confidently?
I mean, I will pass without trace.
And I guess it kind of depends if you guys want to sneak up or just walk up. Because right now you're just walking through town and you're walking near a building.
Right.
So it's
What
how
we
you
do?
guys want to approach for the first time.
The question is, are we
Yeah.
trying to be like, yeah, we're Zentarum, or are we trying to not be like that?
I don't think Claude could pass this then, Tom.
Yeah, I mean, they might know you if you're part of the, if you're a big friend
I
of
can hang back.
Zentarum. Oh,
Like, not back from not going in, just like towards the back of the party.
What
could be
shall
a
you
good
do?
idea. What we want to do, everybody?
I'm trying to find. Oh, there it is. Okay, so that works as a find familiar spell, which doesn't have a duration on it. So I guess I can just keep the bees. Hours. Oh, half my druid level. My bees last for 2 hours. Or approximately how long would it have been since we left the yawning portal?
You guys left the yawning portal. Not quite 2 hours yet.
All right. I mean, I can send the bees in first just to see what we're dealing with. What
Do
kind
that.
of shape is this warehouse in? Are there any like broken panes or?
It's got a lot of wear look on the outside, but it's surprisingly in good shape. The doors all seal very well. The windows are all locked.
We can throw a rock through one of the windows. That happens in cities, right?
I said, I mean, if we're trying to go quiet, I don't think throwing a rock going was a great idea.
Then I have nothing again.
I just walk.
Is there
I just,
any way we can scout out what's going on inside preemptively?
That's what I was trying to do, but all the windows are closed.
You can see in, but there's nowhere for the bees to get in.
Well, what did the bees see inside?
Looks pretty empty. Lots of boxes.
Grawl says, the last time we got to a manor house, I went up on the roof and got attacked by a big bird.
yeah, we shouldn't do that.
I
It
say
was,
we just
I
go.
mean,
Yeah, that wasn't great. I say we just go in, and if anybody stops us, we can just say, "This is not where I left my horse."
You can probably use Mage Hand to open a window if they're openable.
What kind of windows we dealing with?
They don't look like they can be opened from the outside.
But like,
I
what
didn't say I was
style
opening
windows
from
you were
the
talking?
outside.
You could try to open them with the mage hand.
Let's try and crack one open.
You can conjure the mage hand from anywhere you can see, right?
30 feet, yeah.
Because I also have that. So we could, yeah. If we both mage hand, which gives us a total lifting strength of 20 pounds, and we conjure them inside the warehouse, could we open a window? Mine is actually bees.
Teamwork. Does the book tell
By
you
and
the
large a
exact
mage hand,
amount
does it
of?
make it stronger?
I know Grawl was busy getting his wine, and then I had to get a drink of water. But did we try like just opening the door?
We don't know if we want to just go in and be like, "Hey, everybody who might be in here sneaking around," since this is Zentarum stronghold of some form. So we're just trying to see what we're dealing with before we go in and
Okay, fair.
do
Yes,
things.
hello, fellow Zents. I, too, am a rapscallion.
I mean, I don't know if Grawl's going to really be able to like pass as a Zentarum.
Same with Clog.
I don't think anybody's in this boat that can pass. So maybe Ignio.
Ignio, how could you?
I mean, I can try. I was looking to see if I had anything.
I believe Ignio was a Zent all along.
Okay. You're able to open the window. The
Sure, we
window
did it.
opens about 2 inches.
Well, it's enough for me to send the bees in and get a look around. Yeah,
You
I'll
send
do
your
that.
bees in.
I'll send the bees in. They'll move along the ceiling,
Yeah.
see if they see anybody lurking around the boxes below.
They don't see anybody.
Alright, I mean, we could just go in and start looking for, you know, secret passages or whatnot.
Sure. We look like thieves.
Yeah. I mean, who's to say what thieves really look like?
We're all in disguises.
Grawl kind of concentrates and like turns his coloration like more of like a darker black to go with the red. There we go. I look sufficiently like a mercenary now.
Great. And that'll make the difference.
Listen, rabbit.
What? I was being honest. I think it'll make the difference.
I doubt your sincerity.
And that's your prerogative. You can do whatever you'd like, but I think it'll make the difference.
Okay. So
I don't know if your faith is better than your contempt, but I feel uncomfortable with both.
That's what most people say.
Grawl, there we go.
I guess I don't know if it'll help our case or not, but Barnaby will take out like one of the red robes from whenever we infiltrated the cult ages ago, and he'll like, you know, wrap that around his red dragon armor. Try
okay.
and make that at least less suspicious. Or not suspicious, but like conspicuous.
So what are you guys doing then?
Rolling
Front
right
door,
up.
I guess.
We have no
Going in
idea.
the front door.
You approach the front door.
To be fair, I don't think we've ever tried this before, and it's always been awful whenever we've gone another route. Maybe this is the play.
You approach the front door.
No, we're not approaching it. We're opening it.
It's locked.
Can I pick it?
There is a lock. You may attempt it.
What do you
With
want me to
guidance.
roll? With guidance.
Roll any dex skill you're proficient with guidance.
Okay. There's this. And
Can
then
I look-
throw this on
Okay.
there. What? They're thieves. If we
I was
pick a
gonna look
lock,
to make
maybe
sure it
this is a
wasn't
rite of
magic.
passage.
I was gonna make it wasn't magically trapped.
Maybe. I'll
You're
make
able to
another
unlock the
character
door.
real quick.
The door opens.
See, it's like a rite of passage.
Let's go in.
It's a right of something, all right.
Yeah, they're a bunch of thieves, and we're trying to break into a. Not really breaking into, but we're succeeding on trial number 1.
It's a what's name? Initiation.
There we go.
I'm gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna throw up detect magic as we walked in.
How many alarms does he detect?
All of them. Yes.
I think we broke the DM.
So many terrible things are happening because we walked in the front door that he has to set up an entire map full of Zentarum.
Yeah.
Probably the amount of cobalt
So-
or Zentarum.
Yeah. How many Zentarum can you fit into a closet?
I cast fireball.
You detect magic. And you don't detect any magic. How long does the spell last?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay, you have detect magic on for a little bit. And you all enter the building.
We use divine sense when we walk through.
Okay. And what do you get from divine sense?
Nothing.
Almost certainly, but what specifically?
I know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of me. That is
That's a
not behind
whiff.
total cover.
That's a whiff, my friend, just like every other use.
I
Yeah.
figured.
Eh,
My palading if I'm not using it.
Probably not. Okay, you guys all get inside the building.
Did I happen to see any particular, I guess it might be too late to ask, but any particular objects on that group of adventurers that they might have had gone missing?
No.
No? Okay. Locate objects a bus then.
Is this where we should check our pockets?
March pulls out a magic item that he didn't have before.
Nice. Do we have everything? I mean, it's a good
You guys-
potential thing
you're-
to ask. Are we good?
Yeah.
Have we been pickpocketed?
You guys don't believe you were pickpocketed.
This is that we don't believe. Like, do we see everything? So we don't.
I
we
mean-
know we weren't. Are we 100%?
You guys,
sure?
if you want to be 100% sure that you haven't been pickpocketed, you would have to go through everything on your person. Do you want to do that right now?
No, just
No.
like the basics. Like, do I have my weapons and everything? And like,
yeah.
okay.
Anything you
like-
reach for immediately is there.
I'm gonna sit down and count the gold that I have in my pocket.
Oh, good. I reached for
only
the
7.
Drackhorn.
I imagine anybody, like, you know, quietly putting their hands into Barnaby's pockets would have a very bad time. You know,
He is
oh,
the
I'm
true
gonna steal it.
anti-pickpocket.
I'm gonna steal everything this guy's had. Oh my god, it's all bees.
Who
What
just
the
walks
hell?
around with a pocket full of bees?
Why is it always bees?
Alright, I guess I'll start walking around and, you know, like knocking on boxes, see if I can.
Okay. Make
Find
a
anything
perception check.
Oh, that's fun.
Ooh, with guidance, I'm gonna help you do that.
Guidance is good. I like guidance. Drag this in here and then throw one of these on it. +2.
Okay. The boxes all make, I don't want to say different noises, but they all definitely contain different things. Some of them seem to have, like, if you try to push it, it's heavy, but if you knock on it, it's not like it's filled with grain. Like, there's a lot of empty space in it, even though it's a heavy box. And some of them could be filled with grain for all you know. That just, it's hard knocks bottom to top. There is no box of infernal chickens, no. Abyssal chickens.
Oh, damn it, that's right.
All right.
That's come up in another campaign.
You know what I did that? I never thought that it would come up in so many different campaigns.
I'll keep trying to see if I find one that sounds hollow.
You do not find.
Okay. All right, and the floor is just clear and empty floor.
Make an investigation check.
Oh, I am not good at those.
You notice in one area there is a box that almost completely covers what looks like a manhole cover.
Oh.
Almost.
That's the one. I'll try to push it aside.
Make a athletics check.
Uh-oh.
You have guidance. Let's see what you're doing.
Guidance ain't gonna do it, man.
It moves a little bit. You consider yourself quite weak, and you know that if you can move it a little bit, probably anyone in your party can actually move it. But you yourself get winded quite quickly while trying to scurry this box over.
Grawl will give it a shot.
You know what, Grawl? Give me that athletics check.
With guidance.
I'm going to help him.
With advantage.
I'm sorry, guys. I am a frail druid full of bees.
Plus advantage and guidance. I want to see if we just move the entire thing across the entire warehouse.
And roll a d4. There you go. You got 25. So Grawl moves it with his tongue.
It's valid.
Pushes it over. And you are able to open up a manhole that has a ladder that goes down about 30 feet. And you see some water in what looks like maybe the city sewer.
Okay. Barnaby will offer, I think it was Grawl didn't have any way to see in the dark. Barnaby will offer him his goggles, and he will cast...
Thank you.
Dark Vision is level what? Level 2? Cast Dark Vision on himself.
Level who?
Listen here.
Okay.
Where can I mark off my spell slots? I don't like that.
So, where you guys are going down to, you guys are going to be standing in a line. What's going to be the marching order?
Grawl first.
Barnaby right
I'm
after.
going to go second. No.
Ah,
I'll go third then, because I can move faster.
Barnaby will
Not
go in the very back in case like someone tries to sneak up on us out of a secret passage.
Okay, so Grawl's in front, then who?
As long as I'm in the front three, I'm fine.
Okay.
And I will be passed without tracing behind us.
I'll be back towards Barnaby's.
Oryx, do you want to go second or third or fourth or fifth? I forgot what you said.
I'm good wherever.
Okay. You want to go second or third then? Because you're the other melee.
I'm probably best dead in the middle.
Okay, so third.
Oh, actually, I can go second if you want me to.
Sure, I can move fast, so I can go third. I can still get up
All
there.
right.
Okay, so Igneo, and then March, and then Oryx, and then Clog, and then Barnaby.
That sounds right.
Checks
Okay.
out. I can see the characters, but not anywhere else.
I can see everything.
I can see.
I can see everything too.
I can
Oh,
see
nice.
nothing.
Ooh, they've got beds down here for us.
Oh, now I can see
Yeah.
everything.
Now I can see everything.
Also, a great big armchair.
I don't know how to fog of war this on, so we'll pretend that you don't see everything.
I will
Okay.
pretend.
See anything?
I can see
So
10
the
feet
stairs,
The walls
side of
are
us
there.
aren't
So,
actually
like,
there, right? They're like underneath us.
No, they are underneath you.
Okay.
I don't know why you guys can see through the walls. That's weird.
Hmm.
Because the walls are all on and they all exist.
And if there's no
Huh.
torch light, we're using dark vision.
Correct. If you don't see a torch in the room, it is dark.
Okay.
So where you guys are right now, it's dark. So basically, when you get to the center, it's the main sewer hub. There's kind of like enough room for you guys to like squeeze in through these little holes. Very, very tight, but you could do it. This way the sewer extends, and then this way the sewer extends. And it is quite dark, so you guys would only have vision out to like here, so you probably wouldn't see what's going on over here yet until you get to about here.
So as Grawl comes in, I mean he'll do a lap around the central thing.
Mhm.
Then he'd probably go back to the little opening at 10 o'clock. You know, that was
That
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 one
guy?
right there. Yeah.
Okay.
And, peer in there, and he'd probably kind of squeeze his way in there.
Okay, make a perception check.
There's a half-eaten wheel of cheese there.
As you begin to kind of nuzzle your way in, you hear people on the other side.
Oh. Do I understand what they're saying?
As you kind of orient yourself, you get to like there, we'll say.
Mhm.
Oh wait, hold on. Did that turn off all your vision?
Yes.
I can see like what I
Dark-
would see
proper
with
vision.
my dark
Okay.
vision.
Yeah.
I can see proper vision now.
I had to disable line of sight.
Sure.
That makes sense.
There we go.
Does it?
So
No.
I will. Hold on. I will.
You'll find a completely different sewer map.
Yeah. Now that vision is properly working, I can actually put them on the.
It would
Can you see
populate
them?
in the map with assholes.
Can you see people, Grawl?
I can see two.
You see those, and you hear that. You hear them. I'm gonna move them here really quick. You hear them rustling in this corner.
Oh, so they're like right frickin' there.
Yeah.
Is it common
Can I-
for there to be goblinoids in city sewers?
I don't know that Barnaby would know.
Yeah, that's what I mean, like speaking as a hermit who lives in the woods.
Sewers are uncommon for him, and so are goblinoid creatures.
Why does one have a fat howl?
Gra- Grawl is familiar with goblinoid creatures, but not sewers, so it makes sense. I mean, they live in like filthy caves and eat horrible things and drink stinky water. So it would make sense that they'd be in an environment like this.
Yeah,
I think
they're.
Barnaby.
Can you see what they're beside? Like, can you see what I'm pointing at?
Just barely. It looks like it might be like a box or a chest
Yeah.
or something. Yeah.
They're kind of like digging through that, and you can kind of see them digging around in something.
Okay. Is the one that's closest to me like within like arm's length or arm's reach?
What do you
Home to the
want
wall.
to do?
I was thinking try and grab him and like pull him through the gap and into the circular area, and then have the team commence to beating the shit out of him.
You know that for either of you to try to get through there, you'd kind of have to like go sideways and like shimmy your way through. You don't feel like you could do that. Just pull him out like that. It
So I
feels like if
can't-
there was any resistance, he could probably just put his arms out and stop himself. Because it's so...
I don't know. I'm pretty
thin.
strong. I can't just like cheese grater him out through there.
You can try, but it's not going to be a given.
Okay.
You don't feel like you could just do that. Like if it was in the hallway, you could probably just pull him. You feel like you're going to have to try for it.
Okay. Before I do that, Gral's gonna look back around the corner before I do anything.
And we just see the Sam Fisher goggles.
The what?
The Sam Fisher goggles,
Oh yeah,
siphon filter.
yeah. So Gral's gonna hold up 2 fingers and then point at the opening.
He wants 2 of us to go in there. Got it.
And then he'll drag his finger across his throat and
He wants to
give,
kill 2 of us in there.
and
Got it.
give like the thumbs up, thumbs
This
down.
isn't looking good for us.
I just give a thumbs up.
Okay, that's all Gral needs. Let's see that.
Um,
Okay.
This
Make-
Barnaby will kind of try to shuffle forward a little bit.
Oh, wait a minute. No, you can't see that because this is dark vision. You can't see me right now.
Oh yeah,
So
no,
you
yeah.
don't see the
No,
thumbs
neither
up.
can Grawl. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is Grawl can't see me, so you didn't get
Yeah.
a thumbs up yet. That didn't happen.
Is anyone going to say no?
Someone else has a thumbs up or thumbs down. I can't do it.
Barnaby gives him a thumbs up. Like, yeah, he's ready to
From
go.
a thumbs up.
Works points it, marches thumbs up.
Still can't. You can't see it either.
You have blind sight?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm the only one with blind sight, and I'm too far back to
You're a little
see
too
it.
far back.
So
Yeah.
March is just not
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. You would
I
bump
bump
into me
into
if
him
you
trying
moved
to
into
get
my
the
square. Yeah.
Make an athletics check with advantage.
Hello, kitty cat. Can I help you?
Okay. We're going to take our break after I reveal these rolls.
But-
This is what you rolled.
Okay.
This is what he rolled.
Nice. Pop.
And
I imagine there's some shouting.
Where'd you go?
oh yeah, there is some shouting, and he's going to start off. Okay, well, I only rolled 1. 1 extra damage will be applied to him.
Okay.
He took some bludgeoning damage from that.
Yeah, he took some blood. He whacked his head off the off the passageways you pulled him through, and he went to like bend down to pick something up out of the crate, and you grabbed him by like his pants and
yeah,
just pulls
belt
him
loop.
through. Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, what the fuck!" As you pull him through, and we'll take our break here. But when we get back, we'll be in combat.
Cool.
So yeah, 5 minutes or so.
So, Rufus, as part of like this like surprise round, can I hit him with my bonus bite attack?
Can
After I
you what?
pull-
Sorry.
Can I hit him with my bonus bite attack as I pull him through?
I will let you try to bite him.
Okay.
Because
Thanks.
that's because that's got to be like a grapple attack, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the bite is separate. I'll let you do that.
I'll do it when we come back.
Okay. BRB.
Mike, have you finished Expedition yet?
I'm back. Oh, hey.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Oh,
Hey.
I don't know why Oryx isn't on the vote list, but I don't think he got given a vote.
You bastard. I vote to mutiny?
Hmm.
Vote for mutiny.
I'm in.
I'm back.
Okay. So, you guys start fight. And I have a music for that. Let's go with... Oh, this one will be good. Everybody roll for initiative.
Do I get to do my bite attack first?
Roll initiative, but you're going to get to do it, yeah.
Ooh, a 1.
And my keybind for that is gone again.
Wow, great initiatives, everybody.
Inspector Spirit doesn't exist anymore, does he?
No, I think we
believe-
left him back at the tomb of Diderius.
Hmm.
Mustache is also probably hanging out with Malandrek until we leave. I forgot to mention.
Okay.
Rather than, trying to, maneuver a great big tree folk through the city.
So, Grawl, make your bite. You hit.
Man, Grawl
Oh,
is very...
I lost my keybind for that.
Oh, no.
Grawl is very brave. I don't know if I'd be biting anything I find down here.
Okay, I'm going to send you a message.
Shush, kitty cat.
Actually, I can't tell you what it is yet because you have to do it first. That's what we decided. That's what we decided that would work.
That is, yes.
You feel empowered
Woo!
to some degree. You don't know what it means, but you feel like through biting that you've gotten something.
That could be good or
March.
bad.
Hey, congrats!
Yeah, the something is indigestion.
It could be.
Down here.
Which is tough to do for a lizard folk.
And then I'm gonna pop over here just to make way. And then I'm gonna attack him with advantage. Because I'm going before him and invisible. So even if he could see me because he has true sight or blind sight, I'm still first because assassination, so I get advantage this round
Yeah.
either way. Can I get double advantage?
No.
Damn.
Triple
had
or
to
bust.
try.
Sorry. You have an exploding sword. That's not good enough.
You gotta try, you know? You never know. Okay.
That's a hit.
And then because I forgot to say it, I'll do Hunter's Mark for the next attack. But for this one's just going to be sneak. Okay, so now Hunter's Mark is on there. Second attack. Now this is just Hunter's Mark, which I just throw out the D6 because I can't make Hunter's Mark ever work. Ooh, that exploded. So add 8 damage to that 12, so that's 20 total on the next hit. Did I not target him?
I think you did.
It looks like the damage didn't.
I think I accident. Wait.
You
No, it
deleted
looks like
him,
the-
and then Mark probably untargeted him as a result.
The only one that didn't get added was the 6, which I added.
And the 2. Okay, unless you already added it. Okay.
Yeah, I got the 2. Yeah,
Okay.
you're good.
And then the Gloomstalker attack. Ooh. So that's Hunter's Mark plus the D8. There's Jared Ambusher. This plus Hunter's Mark. So add the 4 on there, and then that's that.
Okay. Grawl.
All right. Growl's gonna draw his big sword and commence to the slaughtering.
Okay. You get advantage on this attack.
Woohoo! Ooh.
That's good. You didn't
I
have him
don't
targeted
think-
either.
Yeah, you didn't have him targeted. Where's his AC? You miss.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think that an 8 hit. Or not an 8, 14. Guys, looks like he's got
Okay.
big armors. See if I have
Oh,
advantage
man.
on this attack as well? Is it all attacks or just the first one?
No, just that one.
Okay.
That doesn't bode well.
No.
Anything else for Grawl?
He's surprised. No, nothing else.
Okay. Oryx.
To figure out how to clear my targets.
I can. There you go.
Oh, there we go. I can see March from here, so I'm going to slam Bless on a few people.
Can you see Mark?
You can't see March because you need dark
Oh.
vision to see him.
God damn
No,
it.
you need specifically not dark vision. You need to.
Well, because you need dark vision to see him, you can't
Yeah.
see him. Yeah.
It's both a
Yeah.
blessing and a curse.
Literally. Well, I guess I will do that then. Anyway. So, Clog, Igneo, and Grawl are getting blessed if I can find it on my freaking spell list. And then Grawl, you can take a single swing at Fat Howl.
Also, when you missed your swings last turn, Grawl, you felt your uptick is gone. You don't feel like if you hit, you'd have it.
Okay. And thank you. I will swing again.
You hit.
That's right.
Nice.
And he is slashed now. So I reduce his speed by 10 feet until the start of next turn.
Right.
And that's just his critical hit. So just that.
You have the slashing feet?
I have the slasher feat.
Sick.
So yeah, if I score a critical hit that deals slashing damage, he's grievously wounded, and until the start of my next turn, he has a disadvantage on all attack rolls.
Nice.
He's going to move to here. And he is going to hit you with his long sword.
He can try.
He sure can.
You sure can.
Miss.
Pause. Riposte.
Okay.
I think Grawl just stopped time.
He did.
You hit.
All right.
Didn't know he was a time wizard.
He's a time lizard.
So it's this, plus I have to add a d8 to it.
Okay.
So add 5.
Done. And
Would a
he's
time
going to
dragon
attack
be a
again.
chronic dragon?
No, it'd be a chrono dragon. It's already established.
So he hits on that one.
Wait. Or no, you can do that, but
Oh.
I'm going to use interception to
Ow.
reduce the damage by
Okay.
this plus 4. So he takes 8
By
less
8?
damage. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know how to update that, Grawl? You remove 8 wounds. There you go, yeah. And his final attack is going to be a shield bash, which is going to miss. Barnaby's.
All right. Barnaby is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, excusing himself as he like shuffles past all of his allies.
Excuse me.
Oh.
Excuse me.
He is going to bonus action Shillelagh, and he's going to take 2 attacks against this goblin now that I finally have friggin' extra attack.
Congratulations on being a level 5 ranger.
Yeah, for real. First
Do you have
attack.
Gloomstalker? Or what did you go for?
I went Swarm Master Ranger.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. That checks
Yeah.
out.
Alright, and he can take... oh, shoot. Hang on. I need to add my... You know what? Actually, I'm not going to add the bonus piercing damage. I'm actually going to move myself up to 15 feet with my Swarm Keeper ability. So I'm actually going to move over to here. And then I will roll damage on him. That way this other guy can't come through here and start harassing us.
Okay.
Is it for me?
Igneo.
I don't want to get involved in this cluster, do I?
You might. I mean, everyone's doing it these
Join
days.
the mosh pit.
Cool kids. You want to be a cool kid?
I think I'm just gonna be an Eldritch Blast kid like usual.
That's not cool.
Use all your pact slots.
No.
You hit.
Oh yeah. It's kind of wrote that off when I saw the initial roll. So it's a bit unfortunate there. We'll do it again.
That one though, that one's a miss.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, it
I'm
was
trying.
So close.
Yeah, let me move my turn.
Fog.
Alright, I'm gonna try and move up. And then gonna swing at him.
Excuse me, pardon me. After you.
You hit. You get him.
Fuck him up.
I'm gonna take a step up. I don't know. Grawl said there was 2. Oh, there he is. So that's pretty.
Anything else?
can get in
Fog
there.
can do? You can.
I got enough walking speeds. And now I'm gonna swing at this guy as well.
It'd be intimidating as hell just seeing like a Goliath shimmy
Shimmy.
through that and just kind of like unfold into the room.
I like
One
the
second, I'll be
idea
right there. I'll be right there. Come
that
through.
like 6 seconds ago, his friend was hoisted from his belt loop through the little hole in the wall, and then just got murdered. And then a Goliath ran through the wall at him, and he has still not yet acted.
I miss, and the first one's free. And I wink at him. That's my turn.
Okay.
Mustache is not here.
That is
Yeah, he's chilling
Yeah,
out
one
with the
sec.
druids.
that is it for Fog. And as we come around to this guy's turn, kind of like as you were swinging, like at the same time, he was like, "Fat Howl, are you there?"
I missed, and the blood from Mad Howler kind of gets on him.
And he swings his longsword at you. Miss. Swings again. Misses again. Swings
Much too
with his
distraught.
shield. What?
Yes, he's
wink
much too
really got him.
distraught.
Yeah. he is
Flailing.
losing it.
Completely
Mark.
forgot how to fight.
Yep. He thinks his friend might be dead, and he's not
I'm
sure
gonna
yet.
go into here. I imagine I can make it through there and go to the other side. And
Yeah.
then gonna make some attacks.
He's scared.
It's still dark in this room, right?
It is.
Oh yes, I'm just
Okay.
saying that to no one.
Is this that's with advantage? Because I'm invisible. Still couldn't hit triple advantage, sadly. I will bonus action Hunter's Mark this time, though.
Nice.
Bold choice.
So yeah, as if the Goliath wasn't bad enough, now he's being
No.
attacked by this invisible wraith.
Miss.
I'm
You
gonna
cut
miss
a little
both of
bit of his
these.
hair.
Okay, I did not. Okay, so we're gonna add sneak attack. D4, and then I'll throw the D6 out there. Add 1.
You got it, buddy.
Hey, everything counts. And that's it.
Grawl.
All right. Well, just to compound the nightmare, I'm going to slide past Barnaby here.
Mm-hmm. There.
To right there. And target him and attack. Ah, where'd my attack go?
Hit.
Bam.
Good.
And again.
Hit.
So close.
Yeah.
Clog.
I'm gonna shimmy up next to him. We're gonna start swinging.
Okay. Another
That was
close.
Um. No, that's it for Clog.
Okay. So. He's going to attack Clog with a long sword.
Oh, that was also very close to hitting a
was-
token there.
It really was. Second one.
Fat Howl, are you here? Seriously, buddy, I need help.
Come on. Come on. They're really smacking me good here.
Right.
Barnaby's.
Barnaby's is also going to go through, but like unlike the others, he's not so much gonna like shimmy. Is just gonna like throw it.
Materialize from around Grawl.
Yeah.
What kind of armor are you wearing?
And yeah, he's gonna make a couple of attacks himself.
And that bees wear, of course.
Be
Is it
armor.
like heavy armor though?
Yeah, it
Armor.
is.
So it's gonna like
It's heavy
scrape
bee
the whole
armor.
way through.
Yeah. It's made of dragons, but like I mean like he's not
Yeah.
like shimmying sideways. So like his like
Yeah.
shoulders are like contorted in ways they really shouldn't be, and he's just like kind of just walking through it no matter what.
He folds in half, like vertically, and then
Yeah.
folds.
Right. Do I have this guy targeted? I sure do. Alright, we're gonna make 2 attacks with the Staff of the Woodlands. Oof. Even with the plus 11, geez. Alright, yeah, we ain't hitting nothing. Oh, bonus action. No, there's nothing I want to do with my bonus action. That's fine.
Oryx.
Good old Firebolt.
Hit.
Just barely.
That was some graphical fun. He's still not dead?
Nope.
Um, that'll be the end of my turn.
Igneo.
I'm gonna turn the corner and see what's going on down here. Oh look! It's gonna come as a surprise, but you know. Oh my god! Just roll above a 5. I mean, it was.
Yeah, you asked for it and it happened.
Yeah, the monkey's paw curls.
Yeah.
Marsh.
Let's see what happens. If I can hit, since everyone's having a hard time. Nope. I will swing again, but I'm also going to move over here first.
Okay.
For reasons. So that everyone can
Come
be
on.
benefit from interception.
Ah.
Let's go. I hit a thing.
You did it.
Woo. This. Hey, there's a 4.
Wow.
It's more like it.
Wow. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hold on.
Oh, I'm holding on.
Oh, Hold on.
Does the 4 do it?
Hold on.
He's just asking you to hold on.
I don't want it.
I'm not doing anything. I'm holding.
Look at what I just posted.
Wow.
Just barely enough to kill.
Exact damage.
That's how it's done.
Exactly enough damage to kill him.
Good.
Oh, now I can't seem to copy the new song. There we go.
Grawl's gonna listen. Do we hear any like footsteps coming towards us, or yelling, or anything like that?
You do not.
Do
I feel
they-
like that may have been exactly what Onthar was talking about when he said being quiet.
I would like to check the box to see what they were maybe looking for.
You see that it's got like crossbow bolts and like smaller pieces of adventuring gear. Doesn't seem to be
Duty.
very organized. Like there's some bolts, there's some arrows, there's some caltrops, just random assortment of small things that could fit in a box.
Are they artisanal caltrops?
Mm-hmm. Yes, they look
do
like
the
Celtic
hobgob-
knots.
I'll say
Did-
Grawl would take some caltrops if they're in there.
Yeah.
Do the hobgoblins have any like identifying marks or symbols on them? Are they carrying like name tags to say "We are Zentrum"? Hello, my name is Fat Howl.
Yeah, their identifying marks are big sword slashes.
You see that, well, I'll give it to maybe Mark because he's the rogue, but he notices maybe Zent emblems on their armor, but that's the best you get.
Okay.
So
Is Rufus
should-
slowly getting more crispy for anyone else?
You a little tiny bit.
Yeah,
You're getting a
a
little
little
kind of
bit.
crisp there.
Okay.
I don't know
I
if you
can
should
fix that.
unplug and replug in your mic.
Should we maybe take those with us?
Sure. 2 of us
So that
can
maybe-
pretend we're Zents.
Yeah.
It
Do we have
is
anything else?
heavy plate mail armor.
Can I take the symbol off it, or is it like engraved into the?
No, it's part of the arm.
Okay, I'm not. I can't wear plate mail.
Do they have any like any orders or anything like that on them, or any?
They do not.
What AC is plate mail?
18.
18.
Plate mail's pretty good.
You would lose. You'd get disadvantage on stealth checks.
Yeah,
And are you proficient with heavy? Wait, yeah.
I
you're
am.
a
He's a
fighter.
fighter.
I'm a
Oh yeah, he
fighter.
can.
Yeah.
He can do whatever he
Yep.
wants.
Yep, he sure can.
yeah.
Yeah, you
Grawl's
be the disadvantage. So.
Grawl's much more comfortable in his natural armor,
Hmm.
which is also AC 18, and doesn't give me disadvantage.
Fair enough.
And also, would you really want to be walking around in armor that says, "Hi, I'm a Zentrum"?
Hi, my
Well,
name
end
is
of the day.
Fat Howl, the
Maybe.
Zentarum
I mean,
Hobgoblin.
just while I'm in here, I mean,
Yeah. All right, Barnaby will take a look around this corner.
I'd rather be the ghost in the hallway, though.
That's me.
Oh.
Claude could wear it, but he wouldn't associate.
Barnaby actually, like, as he walks by, like, puts an arm on, like, March's shoulder, says, "Excuse me, March," and, like, shimmies by.
Mark's
Yeah,
is like,
he'll,
wait a minute.
Yeah, he'll head.
I
down
feel like
here.
we've done enough battles that I know you have blind sense in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. There is a door down here.
Okay.
What do
There
I? What,
is, and
what's the
there's
deal with this
also
rubble?
yeah, there's a little room there.
Everybody in the side room before they start flooding into the center room.
Oh god.
If they do.
I'm just gonna stand up here to like watch the back way in while the rest of the team does their investigation stuff.
Okay, so let me.
I guess while we're down here, I want to keep an eye out for rats.
Yes. 1 second here. I need. Let me see.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So you get to there and you see that there are rusty weapons and like clothing that's starting to
Just
fray. There's litter on the floor.
collapse on someone?
I'm sorry?
I said, did this like collapse on someone?
It looks like whatever happened in here may have happened a while ago. It doesn't look new. You can see maybe some armor in the room.
I guess I might metagame a little bit. Does our friend with the detect magic detect any magic?
If I still had that up, it would be relevant.
Okay.
If you ask that out loud, I can ask my sword to do it.
He definitely has it up. It's 10 minutes and that combat only took like a few seconds.
Yeah.
Bless is also concentration.
Detect magic's not concentration, I don't think. Is it?
It sure is. It depends how
Yep.
you.
Okay. Okay.
No.
Alright,
Okay,
I
Hold
guess-
on.
I'll have my sword
Yeah, you have your sword. with you.
ca-
Good
cast detect magic, and then I'll ask it. He'll come back down here by Barnaby and say, "Is there anything magic in here?" Sword.
Okay, so where are you going?
Down to here,
Okay.
and
You-
then, yeah, go ahead.
As soon as you step on that space,
Don't.
Oh no.
um, yeah, that's gonna.
If it collapses beneath me, I'm gonna hang in midair like Wile E. Coyote for a second and like look around and then drop.
So that is not what's about to happen to you.
That's almost
Um,
worse.
Hold on. Again,
I'm holding.
I need This works. Okay.
Turns out this room is just filled with awful monsters.
Or one giant singular awful monster. Yeah, those will work.
Oh, there's
These things are going to get advantage and or not advantage,
Whoops.
sorry, a surprise round.
Oh
As
shit!
they jump out at you from in between the rubble.
Thanks a lot, sword. You suck.
And
It's like there
They've
sure
also
is
got-
magic, buddy.
they've also got a trait that if they surprise someone in the first round of combat, they get advantage.
Awesome.
Yeah.
As they're hitting me, and my sword's like, "Yes, there is magic in here."
Large.
Would you like to know more?
Hey, buddy, that's a bees.
That's fine.
No, I don't get my reaction until I get a turn in the surprise round. Never mind.
This is also true. That's a crit.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Ooh.
He's gonna slam you for 21 damage.
Ow!
And
Sounds like something
this-
terrible's going on down the hallway that I can't see.
Yeah, as soon as Grawl jumps into the room, the rest of you just see liquid like squirt up out of the ground and hit Grawl in the face very hard. It's like an oobleck style liquid. Oh, that one had advantage. Hold on. It hits, but no crit this
Non-Newtonian
time.
oozes.
yeah, exactly. Non-Newtonian ooze. This one
Terrifying.
does 5 damage.
That's better.
And March, you get to go first.
Ooh. I'm gonna go there and then go there.
Okay.
And then I'm going to choose one of these and attack. Bonus action Hunter's Mark, since it's still hasn't been an hour yet. Okay. Actions, I used that a while ago. Do they have any ability
They
to
can
see
see
me?
you.
Okay.
They can see you.
Then this is just normal.
In fact, odd to you, they look straight at you as you move into that space.
Sure.
One of them might be in a staring contest with you.
Do they have faces?
It looks like it. On the picture?
Now that they've taken form after bouncing off your face.
Fair. So
Okay.
their face is just a reverse indentation of my face.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
just an imprint.
And add 3 damage. Then extra attack.
Yes, it has been at least a minute since combat ended, like maybe 5.
Ooh. And so just be Hunter's Mark. And as we've decided previously, if there is a surprise round, a round of combat has already happened, so I cannot Gloomstalker. But that'll be my turn.
Okay. This guy.
I'm glad for that, like, reticle, so that I don't have to ask if it's the ooze that's next to me.
Yeah, I kind of like that too.
I don't know when
That's
that got
I
added,
don't know, man.
but
I might
Very
be, like,
flashy.
brand new.
miss.
Sweet.
Growl.
I'm going to target the one that whacked me hard.
The one to the left of you?
Yeah.
Yep. Hit. You got him.
Nice.
Then I'll whirl around and I am not going to bonus bite these ugly looking things.
You sure?
Yes. Grawl has his limits.
I was starting to wonder. Alright, Barnaby will come in and he will try to finish off this ooze.
Okay. It's a hit.
Cool, and I will add on now, if I can find it. My gathered swarm effect. Okay.
You got him.
Woo.
Ow.
Would you like some healing, Hunt Master?
Yes, please.
Alright, Barnaby
So,
will target.
As he's getting the healing, he'll ask his sword again. Okay. Okay, now is there anything magical in here?
No. And those
Thanks.
guys weren't magical either. They were just well hidden.
Alright, I'll cast Cure Wounds at the 2nd level.
Okay.
Okay, that's how many I add. 1d8 and equals 1d8
That's
plus
that's
potassium.
that's good for now.
Yeah.
So, Grawl, when you were back here, you do see that there's a staircase that runs this way. It goes like under the sewer pipe that you guys came down in from.
Sure. Yeah,
Um,
me, the player, remembers what
Yeah.
the map looked like, even though, Grawl just saw it, so I know approximately
Yeah.
what it looks like.
You did see it before you came down here.
Yeah.
Can I find anything like Anything of interest on any of the corpses in this room?
Everything seems to be, as you go through it more thoroughly, valueless. It's rusty swords, tattered clothing, a couple broken shields.
Okay. All right. Yeah, do we want to go check
Actually,
that
Grawl, after getting punched in the nose like that, Grawl would be like, "Does anyone else want to go first for a minute?"
Yeah, Barnaby will take the lead.
All right, I'll let you.
Yeah. Also, though, before we go too far, I am going to.
Why is there so much blood down this hallway?
Don't worry, it's fine.
Okay.
All got beat up.
Yeah, I'm gonna wild shape and use my symbiotic entity to get 16 temp HP and rile up the bees. And then, yeah, I will take the lead.
Rattle the swarm.
Okay.
So I apologize, guys. I'm gonna have to wrap up pretty soon here.
That's fine.
Oh yeah, we can wrap up quite short.
Okay.
So Barnaby, you end up in what appears to be an empty sleeping area. You don't see anybody here. You see a door over here.
Okay. I'm going to mage hand, conjure like a swarm of bees in the shape of a hand, and try to snuff out that torch.
Okay. You're able to snuff out the torch, but I can't do anything about it.
Yeah, that's fair. I just wanted to, make
Yep.
it harder to see us and also
Yeah.
our rabbit friend.
Yeah.
Given his advantage.
I'm assuming everybody wants to come to this side, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, because I have to
Just
special
keep it
click
order.
move you. I have to special click move you guys because it's through a wall.
Ah.
Okay.
All right, Barnabas is gonna. Is this a door? I can't quite see it from around the corner.
Yes, that is the door right there.
All right, I'll briefly listen against it to see if I can hear anything on the other side.
You hear movement about in the room, but you don't hear any words.
Hey, Barnaby will
Well-
turn to everybody and hold a hand up by where his ears would be if you could see through like his beekeeper veil, and then he'll point towards the door. At this point, I actually might just, because I've been waiting to do this, I might just use my free gaseous form, or I guess, is there a lock, or is there like a gap at the bottom of the door?
Yeah, you could go through the bottom. Yeah.
All right, Barnaby will take point on this then. He will gaseous form. I'm turning to some bees, and he'll just shoop through the door.
Okay.
While Grawl waits for the scout to come back, he'll as quietly as possible, kind of search the sleeping, the beds, the sleeping things, looking for things of value.
I imagine there's going to be some screaming in a few seconds.
Okay, fair. But Grawl doesn't know that at this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I DM'd you what you see.
Yeah. Okay. I do want to be on that side of the wall.
Okay.
Whereabouts are they?
I'll send you
Oh, okay.
something.
Oh.
That's just where they appear automatically.
Alright, Barnaby's gonna take a quick look through this, if possible, just to see if I can see where it leads.
It
Alright.
leads down a staircase into darkness.
Okay, I'll come up this way. And assuming I'm in range, I'm gonna start giving the nearest guy the bees.
Okay.
Like, he's just gonna take my Halo of Swarms reaction, basically, once it would, like, get to his... targets here. Probably this guy. And it's twice the damage if he gets
Can
hit.
you do that while you're in your gaseous form?
It's an aura, and it's not like an ability, like a spell or anything, so there's nothing that prohibits it. I've looked it up, and like most of the rulings I find is that you still can get your class features while you're in gaseous form. You just can't take attacks or cast spells, or
Okay.
this is just a cloud of bees that follows me.
So what do they do
Yeah,
for
I'm
that?
trying to get to. I can't get it to open. There we go. It is a con save.
They success.
All right. Well, I guess that's on them whether they notice the bees trying to sting them or not. Because if not, I'm just gonna keep doing it. Until one of them, like, swats the bees and probably alerts the party.
What the hell?
Yeah, we're gonna have to find. I don't know. We might have to talk about that going forward. If you can just sit there and just wait to hit them with one of the bees, like that seems kind of.
Well, this is what it, like,
I mean, like they're moving around.
Yeah, but a bee just tried to sting him. So, like, does he notice that is really the question. Because, like, I can still be hit in gaseous form. I have resistance to all damage and stuff, but, like...
Sounds like Rufus has to decide how intelligent the enemies are.
Yeah, like, it's not very different to, like, a levitating barbarian, when you think about it. I just can't take any actions.
If they, I guess it. If they don't take any damage, they won't necessarily notice that they're not getting stung, right?
Yeah, like, this is DM fiat, whether or not these guys notice a cloud of bees swarming around them.
See, if that's, I guess if that's the way it works, then it's. Sometimes you're trying to use them stealthily, and other I'm gonna have to think about it. Like,
okay, but like, when I'm trying to use them stealthily, that's find familiar. Being cast as the druid, natural companion. This is gaseous form and Halo of Spores. They're different features.
Right, but this isn't the first. Yes, but this isn't the first time we've run into Halo of Spores while we're trying to be stealthy. So, like, I guess I'm trying. I'll think about what they're gonna do for next week, but like, I don't know. I feel
I'm
like
just trying to use the class features I have.
No, I know. It seems like half the campaign is kind of coming down to something to do with getting away from the party with bees. So I'm just trying to figure out how to allow a class feature and also still play the game with all the parties. So I'm trying to figure that out.
Okay.
Sounds
like,
like
I was
good
really
place to
just
stop.
Yeah, and like I was really just trying to open the combat with 2d4 or 2d6 of necrotic damage. That's what it boiled down to. Like, I mean, I could let March stealth in here and kill one with the rapier, if that's how we want to play it too.
No one said spoon.
I'll figure out what they're gonna do, and we'll start with some kind of combat.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. Good session, everybody.
Yes, good session.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.